happening anymore. The clip service must just be down. Guys, what are we looking at? Okay, we got the big spit. All right.
You know that you're gonna actually be on him, right? Because if you call him down like that, let's see, what's the, yeah. So you want to make sure that he actually connects to you. Sometimes he doesn't connect like that. To make sure, hop twice, and then you know you'll be on top of him. So this is just a good way for people to avoid, avoid falling off and having to repeat those screen transitions. Same thing here. You want to only have to take the one hit of damage from this little pea shooter guy. So slide, and you want to slide as soon as you get
Kimpine. Right? So she has her light and heavy attack. Oh wow. That's hilarious. So she can just wail on her EX button and she'll get the drumsticks, but it also acts as her EX attack. Hey, yo, that is actually the first, and I went back down the stairs. That is actually the first time I got through those first 3 med hats without having a damage boost. Yo! Look at me go! You're going for there, punk. Yo. My child. I have taught you well. Get away. Oh! Dude, that was just the first one. He can just destroyed it! My poor mousers! The legacy of fighting games. None of you find it really difficult to break out of that? It seems like you're just like, no, we don't even mind. Guilty Gear gets to do its own thing. I'm doing my thing.
Maybe after having... Oh, sure, sorry, Matt.
Oh, well, I was gonna just simply say, that's sort of there's Love mentioned tutorials, which I think is really important, and part of the, good and bad.
Oh! What the hell? Is he cutting off my fingers? Hello, what is up, everybody? I hope y'all are doing well. What the hell? We chillin'? Yo, happy Friday? Yeah, I think it's Friday. I think that's the day. Yo, man, we are at it, dudes. We are gonna be playing. We haven't done this in a while, man. We haven't done some speedrunning in a good minute. And I don't know. We've been talking about it in the in our friend chats and stuff like that. I see Mohost speedrunning, I see Punk doing some stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Let me in on that. Game good, yeah. Yo, so we're gonna be, that's right. We're gonna be doing the glorched run of Castlevania. This is gonna be more of a speed walk this time around. I'm gonna be going through the game and trying to figure this out, right? Get a solid route down that, you know, we're comfortable with, go through some of the tricks and start speedrunning. Yo, much appreciated. I know I'm not wearing the hat today. I have my lovely locks out. Oh. I forget sometimes how long my hair is. Like, I haven't had it cut in a couple years now. Hey, what's up, Punk? So yeah, we got, this is what I'm doing, man. I'm following along. There is, who made it? MTK, I believe, made it. But there is a Castlevania 2 any% glitchless visual guide. This thing is actually really awesome. It walks you through. It has like screenshots of all the screens. It has arrows showing you exactly where to go, what your route is. You know, like where to do your grinds, where to get the right items, in what order, all that good stuff, right? So it's a great starting point. Like, I saw this, man, like, I don't know, dude. Sometimes I just want an FAQ, right? I just want the written word so I can follow along. Like, the number of things that I had to go to YouTube videos for, or that probably exist in the Castlevania 2 speedrunning Discord, but, like, aren't in an FAQ. But we have this as a, like, baseline, right? And then, since it's the glitchless, we're gonna be doing the glorched version, not the glorchless. So I'm gonna be going through finding spots to incorporate some of the various glitches and tweaking a route for me. And then I think the goal ultimately is for Mohost and I to do a little bit of a speedrun race against each other in this. So that should be damn fun, man. I'm excited. But yo, I've got my leverless. I was trying to run some of this on pad, and I feel like the floor drops. So, for those of you who don't know about Castlevania speedrunning, the glitch speedrun has some very interesting glitches in it. And the first one is actually this. It starts off right at the beginning of the game, right? So, something called floor drops. Oh, wait, I did it wrong. There we go. So this is like the base trick that you'll be doing in this game, right? Yo, thank you, Punk. Yes, I'm excited to learn this too. It has been a while. Like I said, we haven't done speedrunning in a while on this in this house. And yeah, your Goonies runs have been inspiring me. And when I was like, damn, I wanna play something that I was very familiar with. Like, that's all my favorite speedruns have been the games that I love the most, right? Like Mega Man 2 Game Boy, DuckTales NES, A Link to the Past, stuff like that, right? Yo, shit, seriously, you got third at 1525? Damn. You are climbing the ranks there, though. Yo, stayed ahead of world record until 11:30, though. Yo, that is big congrats, man. That is huge. And yeah, like, this is kind of like the glasses glitch, right? Like, there is the one trick that, like, it'll pop up all over the place. Oh no, it's your third 1525. My apologies. That's even worse. Yeah, that feels hella bad, getting the exact same frickin' time. So this floor drop trick, right? It is actually, it's really interesting, and this is like, I love glitches, man. I don't know. I've always enjoyed them. I've always enjoyed stumbling upon them in just casual playthroughs and stuff. Switch it up and let the game dominate you for a change. That's the joy of being a Switch, right? Okay, so the way this works, right? There is a once again something known as subpixels. So there's the game is made up. The screen is made up of a bunch of different pixels, and there are actually values in between the pixels that your character can be set at. And so in order to do this floor drop, you need to be at a certain range of subpixels. So you have to manipulate how you get there, right? So jump, whip, whoop. So in this, there's a couple ways to do it, right? The beginner way is recommended is you jump up, jump down, jump up. And then you want to piano right to fall off the ledge into your whip. And if you do that within I think it's a 1 or 2 frame window, you will just fall through, right? Like the game is like your subpixel does not align with any of the physical blocks, and so whoop, down you go. So that's one way to do it, right? Is the jump up, jump down, jump up, and then piano right into whip. But the slightly quicker way, jump, whip, jump, jump, right? And you should be able to do it. So, So there are multiple ways to do it, and it will differ depending on where you're at. So, right, because doing things like just maneuvering around, if you had to jump up and get across, a gap in order to get here, your subpixel value will get changed. And do various things. So jumping and using a sub-weapon, jumping and whipping, getting hit will all alter the subpixel related to this trick, right? Doesn't jumping back up after falling mess it up? It can. So it can sometimes do that. So like, I have noticed that, because doing this will put you in a range that gives you a couple chances. So I will often, right, 1, 2, so I don't know if it's just off completely or if I'm just missing the piano. But oftentimes you can get a couple of attempts. But if your subpixel does get off and that you're not in a range to do it, so basically, usually the suggestions are, you do this specific setup, and if you jump too many times, if you mess it up too many times, it will alter your value. So what you can do is go onto a set of stairs. If you go onto a set of stairs and come back up, this resets your subpixel value to, I believe it sets it to 0, but it sets it to a known value from which you can do the setup again. So that into up, down, up, right? We'll reset it and let you do it. Of course, the instant that I get on stream, I can't do this. There we go. Isn't it whip, jump, jump, not jump, jump? Yeah, so jump, jump, whip, jump, and then jump up is supposed to be what it is. Okay, Snowy can come join us, absolutely. There you go. But you jump a third time to get up sometimes. Yes, right? Oh, is my category set to Fexel? Much appreciated. I will fix that. Does my input display work? No, unfortunately, my input display is borked, so apologies for that.
Give me a second to mood up, okay?
See, yeah, so that one, I think this seems much more reliable.
I'm trying to get in the mood.
At least
I'm trying to get in the
right?
mood.
There you go. Right, so, like, right off the bat, though, this game starts off with, like, do that. Because, like, the alternative, right, is, like, look, walking downstairs is so slow. It's so slow. Look at how long that takes. That's at least 2 attempts, right? Boom. First try. All right. So, next step. There might be a music cue. Honestly, for me, I think it's better to just figure out the timing, right? Learn what the actual setup is, right? And then just get used to the timing, because like this timing is not like, this is no worse than anything that I'm doing in Street Fighter 4 in terms of like 1-frame links and stuff like that, right? And you can see how good I was at Street Fighter 4. Okay, and then yes, there are 2 ways to do... This game is one of the strongest ties to child. Absolutely, I was obsessed with this game. This game was like a mystery box for me that I just kept digging into until I finally beat it. And then, so in this area, first thing we need to do is we're going to need to buy the white crystal, and we're going to need to buy the holy water as our first sub-weapon. The white crystal is basically an item that we have to trade up throughout the game in order to solve puzzles and progress, right? It's one of our keys to the various locks in the game. So we need to start off with that. Those are both in the first town, so we need to grind up to 100 hearts to be able to start with that. Yes, you trade for the blue crystal, and then you trade the blue crystal for a red crystal on the glitchless path. Yeah, right, you grew up on Angry Video Game Nerd saying this game was ass, and yeah, exactly. And nah, this game is godlike. It's actually super, super sick. But this area here, right, this is where we're going to do our grind. There's an easier area to grind that's going to take longer, but if you get good whip timing, you can do it here. And so one of the ways is you keep resetting the screen, and you do 3 hits. Of course. Get hit, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your hearts are right here, and you reset the screen. 1, 2, 3, hit, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And rinse and repeat until you, it's just cryptic. Yeah, absolutely. Other than that, speak. And then you just re-enter the screen and do this until you collect enough hearts, right? So you start with 50, you need 100. So that's our first goal here. There's a faster way to do it, which doesn't involve the screen reset, which is to go over here, you jump whip, right? And you basically get it so that the screen spawn, and this is, I am not good at this. So this is, I think, the route that, like, the grind that I'm not gonna do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then see, you have to go a certain distance to have the lizard on the right. Yeah, too early. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, so yeah, I'm not sure where it is, because there's this window where you want to jump and kill the lizard on the left without spawning the cat, and then be able to turn back right, or the wolf, and then be able to turn back right and do that to the other one. So this is the faster way to do it, but the like medium way to do it is this, going back in, 1, 2, 3, hit, and you only need decent whip, like a whip cadence, because yeah, if you don't have a good whip cadence, you can't just mash this out, and you can't do 4 whips in time to prevent them from firing. But you do 1, 2, 3, hit, don't get knocked back off screen, and have them there, right? So yeah, your suggestion is to jump into the screen. You can hit the first and land to get an extra hit. Yeah, no, absolutely. So the thing is that I don't want to kill him too far away from the edge of the screen. I think that's good if you're going to go left and do the 2 lizard route there. Right? But for this, because, yeah, I can... Because, right, if I get the 4 there, I am still going to get hit and get knocked back, and then I have to walk all the way over here to get the heart. So, yeah, if you're just going to do the screen transition one, right? Because even that's what would happen, right? And then I would have to travel to here instead of just to here. So 3, hit, knock you back, and then a little jog to the left. But you're absolutely right. If you wanted to go further to the left and do the grind over there, which is just much more dangerous and requires a much better whip cadence, then yeah, that's exactly what you would want to do. All right, so let's do the first little grind here. Okay, so each of those half hearts gives you, whoops, 4, which puts me at 12, and I need 50. 16, 20. Oh, see, and when you're at that 2 pips of health, just take the death. And so, Punk, you said that they travel through you. You have invulnerability on respawn for a brief period of time. So that's what was happening there. They were just traveling right through me. So, yeah, when you don't have enough health to take the 1 hit there, then you just take the death, respawn, and you're able to go through, just stand through them, right? What am I at? 86? Still 86. So yeah, here, I can't do it. I take the death. And now I don't have to worry about the fireball. $90. 94, 98. Damn, I just need 1 more. So, dying doesn't make you lose hearts, game overing makes you lose hearts. So long as you can do this run, and the idea here is to grind enough hearts to beat that, right? You want to be able, because you're not able to enter doors and go into houses, which is where you need to go to buy the holy water, at nighttime. So you want to be able to do that whole grind, and reach this door, to be able to go in here, buy the holy water before it's nighttime, and then you do your next bit of traveling during night, and you do a grind there, right? So game overing, right? You'll see I have 106 hearts now. I've died twice doing, doing that grind. When you game over and continue, that's when you lose all your hearts. So you can use a couple... Whoops, I messed up again. Huh. I had that, man. I had that the other day. All right. 1, 2, 1, drop. Ah, shit. Right? So I had bad whip cadence there, so I dropped one of my whips, and the guy came too close to me. Ah, jeez. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, get hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, collect. And you just got to make sure that you're whipping as soon as you can. Right? And this seems like a really bad... Right, look, I have not gotten any drops. I'm probably at like 58. 62? Yeah. So I'm probably not gonna make my heart count in time. Jeez. So ideally you want to do this with only one death. Right, 82. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. No fucking... Yo, they are being so mean. Because, yeah, you really, like... That's the first real challenge, right? Is you want to make sure that you beat Nightfall to the first purchases. Or... Nothing. Oh my god. $62. Oh shit. Wasn't paying attention to my health. Alright, 62. Worst RNG out of the trilogy? I mean, yeah. 82. 86, 90. Alright, 3 more. That's 2. I just need 1 more. There we go. Yeah, so, like, that's kind of... You gotta roll with it. Thankfully, the first grind is literally right there at the start. So, in terms of... Alright, we buy our white crystal. And we buy our holy water. Oh, God, I hate that. Alright. So here, yeah. So you can do another floor drop here. I thought it was jump whip. Oh, is it jump whip, jump bonk? Reset pixel, jump whip, jump, bonk. Ah. So, yeah, they're all awful in their way. So, right, so this is the question now, right? So, like, how many of these floor drops do you want to go through? Is it worth trying to get your setup and failing, or is it just worth doing that? So, right, this is probably it. So I'm gonna, for me personally, I think going with all of them. There are definitely, I'm gonna go for a lot of them personally, but there's definitely a couple of them there where I'm like, I feel, just for me personally, the, yeah, the setups for them and like the reliability are pretty low, so I'm just like, ah, fuck it. It's not that much of a time save for all of them, so I'm like, let's just go. Oh. Oh, dang. Alright, so I'm like completely off on my timing through this section now. Whip, throw, collect. Whip, throw, collect is the pattern you want. And then there is a suggestion that you do... Okay, so there's two ways. Now we need to collect 150 hearts so we can get the chain whip, which will cost us 150. So there is a better spot to grind than these skeletons, which I will show you next time. Whoops. But you can get into this pattern, yeah, where you get 2 skeletons on the right and then 1 skeleton on the left. Hop, hop. 2 jumps, fall right through. I love it. I fucking love that one. So I collect hearts on the skeletons until I get my level up. Whoops. And then I do it here, where you can get this pattern of 2 and then oftentimes another 2, right? So the idea is you get 2 here, stack them, grab this, collect, hop over, and then grab those, right? And so this is just a much faster pace of collection compared to the other spot, but it's, once again, much more difficult. So much like the lizard grind, where it's like, how good is your whip pacing? How good is your positioning? Because you have to like scroll the screen at a certain point to get that girl to spawn, and then do it again, and then you get the second spawn. But if you don't, you get knocked around, and you end up collecting way fewer hearts than you would just doing the technically slower grind, right? So this is like 144, so I'm just shy of my 150, right? But this is the door here where we get our chain whip. So I am just going to... Whoops. Come on. Ah! And I'm dead. Right? And this is exactly why you don't want to mess up your grinds, because then you're going to have to go through very suboptimal places to collect just a couple of hearts. But like this point here, being on this screen when it goes to night, is basically where I want to be at. Whip, throw, collect. Whip, throw, collect. Whip, throw. Whip, throw. So yeah, that's my pacing to get through here. Same thing, right? Whip, throw, collect. And so, for comparison's sake, let's do the grind here. Far enough. Get the 2. Don't die. Right? And this is actually nice. So for me, since I get the level up here, which, by the way, so yeah, not only do you collect hearts when you kill the enemies, but those hearts grant you experience points. And you can use them... I'm not going far enough, right? Right, and then get enough experience points. Obviously, you level up. And it gives you better defense, so you take less damage from enemies, which is very nice. And you also... can increase the size of your health bar. Are there time limits on your holy water? So, you can only have one on screen at the same time, so you have to wait until it disappears. So yeah, there is, once again, a certain cadence and pacing that you'll get with it. And it is limited, but it's not like an actual timer. So yeah, you can see, right, how this is slower than the other grind. Not only it's just fewer enemies per second that I'm killing, but there's also the slowdown because of the 2 skeletons on the bottom. That being said, like, we'll see what I'm at. I was at 144 on the witch grind when when night fell. Or when morning came. So we'll see what I'm at. And no ham. So your most of your sub weapons are, well, the holy water is unlimited use as a sub weapon. So, right? Oh, 142, right? So I'm basically the same, but I'm farther away. But now I have a handful of enemies, right? 1 jump, 2 jump. And then I can fall through. But I need these guys anyways, right? So 148, 150. And then I can reset, and I can do the same setup as the start of the game. So this, jump up, jump down, jump up, should work as a setup. There we go. But yes, some of your sub-weapons are unlimited use. Others are like just limited use, and they have a number on them, like the laurels, which is invincibility. And then others, like the golden dagger, will consume your hearts, like a more traditional Castlevania. Jump, fall down. Ah. So we'll get our chain whip. This is another room. You can do a double floor drop, actually. So here, let me see if I can show you. Fall, fall. Ah. Dang, I am not doing great at my... Whoops. I'm not doing great at my floor drops. How many drops do I employ? So... 3, 4, half... I mean, like, ones that I deem, like the big ones. Like, maybe 6 or 7 of them. But there's a bunch of smaller ones that will definitely help as time goes on. Alright, so now that we have our chain whip, these guys go down in one hit. Oh. I am so, and this part sucks for me. I need to learn a way through. So I know there is a way that you can whip and kill the enemies while on the stairs, but I am so garbo at it that I'm just like, I just kind of like dance around those dudes and just do my best to get through them there. Little damage boosts. And now, whoops, now we're traveling. So now that we have our chain whip, we need to get the blue crystal before heading to our first mansion to collect the first piece of Dracula's decrepit corpse, which is strewn all about Transylvania. By the way, guys, did you know that that's what the plot of this game is that you're just walking around collecting Dracula's body parts so you can reassemble them, bring them back to life, and fucking kill them again? Like, that's the game, dudes. Yes, I have completed, like, I've completed walkthroughs. I haven't done a, like, full timed run. Please, please, please make it to him before nightfall. Nice. So, we go up here, we trade him. And then, this is one of the floor drops that is kind of really essential. So you saw, shit. You saw that whole walk, right? Literally as I do my fucking piano. And it didn't work. There we go. Like, that saves so much time. That is like almost a full minute in time saves, right? So like, those are the kind of drops that I'm like, I need to incorporate those. And once again, that one is just like the start of the game. You can do the jump up, jump down, jump up. And you're just don't jump because you climb up the stairs and walk all the way left. So long as you don't jump or do anything to change your subpixel value from those stairs, you can do that setup and get your drop. Right? And like I did it, I messed up a couple times and I still got it. So it's within a big enough window that you have some opportunities. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, I messed that up. Hey, we got it before. Nice. Okay, and those, so, and right following that one, now there's another floor drop, which you have to set up from that screen there. So all of this is designed so I can get this. Damn it. Whip, jump whip, jump whip. Grounded whip, grounded whip. Like, this should do it. Eating breakfast is making you feel like a kid again. I love it. Yeah, so it's got to be that. Shit, man. Oh. Yes, you do actually. So there are a couple instances where you have to do that. So yeah, right. You can see here Simon's head gets up to like that 1, 2, 3rd, like blue leaf there. But you can see when I jump whip, I can get a little higher. So yeah, that is something that we need to do at a couple points in the run. Dang it, man. Yeah. So this is definitely... first of all, this is a floor drop that looks really cool. There we go. So that's the play, because you want to go there and down. And now we're going through to the first mansion. But I love the way that that particular floor drop looks. Shit. I always do that. Guy, I always do that. That is so frustrating. Hang on a second. How many... Now we use our blue crystal to get down here. Oh, so this is one of the spots here, actually, guys, where, look, I can't make it up. Then you can. So instead of having to go and take the stairs, you whip jump, and you can get back up here easily. Whoops. Oh, dang. That made me lose all my hearts. All right. I think you can play recently where change height while attacking. All right. And that's a backup strat for y'all. If you don't get the drop here on the right hand side, you could always go back to the left and do the stair reset. I'm not doing it this time. Okay. Here we go. So this is the first mansion. And this one's pretty straightforward. Literally. Like, so we need our 50 hearts so we can buy an oak stake in order to collect Dracula's body part. Invest in an oak stake. Now, this is... God damn it. This is the normal way to do it. Right? You go across... Whoops. But there is another way. Dang it! Oh, so there is another way to do it. Which is by letting this thing push you further to the right than you're supposed to be. You can... Oh, dang it. Okay, too far. So I'm not going to be able to talk to him. But it lets you out... Oh, dang. Where does it let you out? Shit. There's another part to this trick, isn't there? You never see... So, yeah, this is... I'm not entirely sure how this... And this is one of the things I was saying, right? Where it's like... Sometimes I just want a written description of how these things work. Because it's obviously two-part. You need to get over here. You need to jump to the side, be close enough to the edge, talk to him in the air, by the oak stake, and then land, and it's supposed to transition you to that other room, right? But I have not found a complete breakdown of how this trick works. And then I think once you do this transition and are stuck in the wall... Yeah, nope, not in there. It's not in there. I checked. It's probably in a video that's linked in the speedrun.com forums. Right? But this is it. I'm like, I am so tired of having to sit through a 40-minute video in order to find a 2-minute explanation of a trick, right? That is, honestly, that has been a point of frustration. This is something that I've noticed coming back to speedrunning since I haven't done it in the last few years, is like, oh damn, tracking down information is much more difficult, it feels like. Okay, so. Right, no, exactly. Hope one of the speedrunners is like, I see someone in the category. I must investigate. But that being said, this is kind of where I'm at. Like, because I think that is screen wrapping us around, I think it's setting us up and to the left somewhere. But there's another screen wrap you have to do that will take you basically to the end of this. End of this mansion. Whoops. Okay, and there is another floor drop that you can do here. Bonk. Use our oak stake to open the orb. Collect some of Dracula's stuff. Nah, I didn't do it correctly. So, fall, bonk. Oh no, it's just jump. Whoops. So yeah, the straight falling affects your subpixel differently than jumping. So once again, like you need very specific movements here to maintain the correct subpixel value to get the floor drop. I can't remember the setup on this one. Let me try once more. Bonk. Jump, jump, poke. Jump up. And then I think maybe it's jump all the way down. Dang it. There we go. Okay. And so the world record speedrun, and I believe the optimal glitch speedrun is to actually collect another oak stake. Fuck off. Another oak stake here on your way back, right? So you drop down, you need to make sure you have another 50 hearts though, right? But the route I am taking does not require us to get it now, in part because I tend to not have the hearts. Boom. All right, that is everything up to Rover Mansion. So from here, it is like, okay, we have our first set of items, right? So we got the white crystal, we got the holy water, we upgraded to the blue crystal, which let us do our little kneel down to get here to Rover Mansion, right? Now we're going to need to make our way through a few other mansions. I believe it's 2 more. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. We go to Berkeley Mansion, then we go to Brahms Mansion, and then we need to collect the red crystal and the morning star. And that is where that is kind of where the runs truly diverge, I think. If you're going to do if you're going to have a beginner run, right, and use the any percent glitchless route mostly, that is really where it diverges. Beginner route goes for the morning star, whereas the other route avoids it and uses a trick to get to the next mansion quicker, right? So that is kind of where the huge time save is. There is probably an 8-minute difference between any percent and any percent glitchless. And the glitchless is not only the floor drops here adding up, but that huge section, right, that gets cut out. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's quite the difference, right? So there's the blob skip, and that's kind of really where the main difference is, how I see it. No, it is absolutely big. It is, yeah. And it's funny, I didn't realize how big of a difference it was gonna be when I first looked at the run. And then I was timing one of my runs, and I was like, why the fuck am I so far behind? I get it, I'm not that good, but why am I so far behind? And yeah, it was a couple of those things where I'm like, oh man, those are such huge time saves. And the routing difference makes such a big difference that it's okay. If you want a highly competitive time, you really have to go for the blob skip. You can't do glitched and not really do them all and have a competitive time is kind of how it works out, right? Which is fine. I don't need to have the most competitive time. I don't need to go for a world record right away. I think it's more important to establish a route that makes sense to you, that you can do the run in, and then start layering in more tricks as you go. Oh, for real? That is super dope. That's right. I don't need to outrun the bear. I need to outrun my friend. Okay, so from there, we have Dracula's heart, and now we go a whole lot of left. Woo! Oh, whoops. Dang it. I didn't save. I didn't make a save state. Oh shit, I think I messed this up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's not TAS only, but it seems frame perfect. That's interesting. I'm surprised it didn't use it. That seems like an obvious get. Though, granted, like, you think of Master of Darkness, right? The Game Gear one not using the death glitch. I mean, I think even the other one not using... I don't think Game Genesis uses the death glitch either, right? Oh, ha! That's funny. I accidentally used my other save state, so I have a shit ton of hearts. I had a practice save state set up that I accidentally went to that was just at that castle. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, no, post that shit there. That's awesome. Oh. Okay, I am close to death. And I need... Oh, shit. Is that game over? No, it's not. Good. Just so I keep my hearts. It'll make going through this easier. Oh, sweet. Yo, thank you, Mohas. All right. Still going left. So, I'm usually close to a... There we go. I should be close to a level up by the time I'm leaving this mansion. Whoops. So this mansion, fairly straightforward. There are a couple of hidden, or like invisible floor areas, which you risk falling through, but nothing too bad. It is really a lot of, just a lot of traversal. So we once again need to collect our oak stake. I will invest. This is probably the easiest floor drop in the game, right? So from here, where it's positioned, resetting your pixel value, you need to do no setup. Like, that is the setup, is apparently it's resetting the pixel value, and you should be able to get through. I don't know if it's because you're coming down from up here. But that into that. Fuck, I did it the first time. Of course I did it the first time. And this is also a good place to practice because you can do double floor drops, right? So if you time this correctly, you can actually fall through and swing again and fall through a second floor. So that's the goal here. And there's a couple other spots where you can do it as well. But failing that, you just keep walking down. Whoa. See, fall through floor. That is actually where we're going to leave from. Oh, shit. All right. I always forget about that climb for some reason. But there you go, friends. Yo, mansion number 2. Aw. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub there, Squidward. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. I'm having a nice little morning here, just learning Castlevania 2 speedruns. Okay. From here, we need to keep going left. Right, okay. So this is where you hope, or you plan for your second level up. Oh. I'm not sure if I'm... Ha! Curses. I always forget about that guy. Now the question is, do I get my level up? Ah, missed it. On the bright side, it's nighttime, so I'm getting... I believe it's... Your XP is tied to the amount of hearts you collect, so... Damn it. Favorite part of the run? That's a good question. Whoops. Damn it. I'm gonna lose all my hearts, aren't I? I'm gonna lose all my hearts. No, you know what? Like... that's really hard to say. Whoops. Like, I like the floor drops, so like, I mean, and this might just be because it's the, but like, up to this point, basically. I find it, especially when it goes right, it's so satisfying to like string together all those little floor drops, all those little glitches, as well as like nail the heart and leveling routing, right? Like, I don't know, that is like super, like that tickles my brain. But like, further on, and I haven't done the blob skip, so I have been using the any % route, or the glitchless route, rather. But perhaps blob skip would be what does it for me. Because that whole area is really cool, too. I think it's like probably the one of the lesser explored areas for me, just like someone who... I'm gonna die. So, okay. This is where I'm running into a problem with my routing. Because before you leave Berkeley Mansion, we want to have 170 hearts. Oh, no, it's not Berkeley. It's the one after. It's Brahms. Okay, I can still do this then, right? Yeah. But here, yeah, I really want to be able to keep my hearts, and this is usually where I end up game overing. So I'm wondering if I should take an intentional game over at an earlier point when I'm already low on hearts. Use two hands. Well, that's why I'm running this on leverless, is so I can just easily do, like, for the floor drops, the, like, boom boom, right? And then, yeah, when you're learning, you like to learn doing segmented. See, no, absolutely. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, right? Is just, I want to take it one step at a time, find out where my, like, pain points are in the run, and see if I can make any changes to make that better. And I think this is one of the spots. This run from Berkeley to Brahms Mansion, I think is where you're doing, is where I need to figure something out, right? So, okay, so here we need to change from the blue crystal to the heart and talk to the ferryman so he takes us to the right place. This is another one of the, like, you need the right item to go the right way. Okay, into Brahms Mansion. Let's make ourselves a save state. So this is the this is the mansion that has death in it. It is also the mansion we are going to get an item known as the Golden Dagger, which is one of the sub-weapons that uses your hearts. Oh god, just want to kill you. Just don't knock me off. Yes, I just saw that. There's, yeah, it gives you an in-game map. Isn't that a Super Nintendo upgrade? One of the best nights for a Cursed Shadow. How you doing, man? All right, so this is another fun spot. Shoot. So once again, I'm pretty sure this is don't jump, and you can do the floor drop right through, right? So this is another really, like, relatively easy, you just can't get hit. Can't jump. Piano. Ah, missed it. Piano right into A. And so if you mess that up, it's a shitty time, as you can see. Ah, man. Right? Because this is such a long staircase. So you don't want to have to go down it. But once again, right, like we were talking about, you can use the stairs to reset your sub-pixel value. And that setup works. But it drops you right on top of him, right? So... I guess you could probably do this. I wonder if that would work. So if we reset our pixel value, instead of doing up, down, up, if we do up, up, jump. Nah, maybe not. Oh! There we go. You think you rented this game, got absolutely nowhere, never played it again? So this was one of those games that it ended up in my collection as a kid, and I couldn't get anywhere in it. And then I lent it to a friend of mine who proceeded to beat it. And I was like, no, I'm better at games than this guy. And I swear to God, that was what made me do it. That was what made me play it. I was just like, I know I'm better at video games than this kid. And I spent, like, it was like a whole ass summer just dedicated to, like, figuring it out. And like I said, man, I remember when I figured it out. Like, when I figured out the trading quest with the crystals and how that worked, and that the crystals were unlocking things, and right then it's like, oh man, it hit. All right, good. I have enough, thankfully, hearts that I can buy our oak steak. Oh, need to reset. Always reset. 1 jump, 2 jump. There we go. So this is another interesting, I will say, floor drop. So, 1, 2, so you can see there where it's like Simon is getting stuck on something. So if you miss your jump, you will end up here. If you go right into the boss room, you won't be able, like, you will just die. So you have to go left, which brings you down a bunch of these stairs, but not all the way. And then you can get down and go into the death room and fight death, right? That is the slow way to do this. But when you're in your floor drop here, you will see that Simon is getting stuck. On little invisible blocks. 1, 2, and then he keeps falling, right? So on that second invisible block that Simon clips on, see, messed up my subpixel value, have to reset. There is a couple of frames where you hit that block and you're able to jump. Man, I am not getting these floor drops today. See, yeah, so I'm not getting that jump. But if you jump off of the second lip, or like the second little blip, and jump right off the screen, you will end up right in Death's room. I don't know what's wrong with my setup here. If I'm just missing it. So man, like stringing together all of these tricks in a single run, that's gonna be a fun time, guys. There we go. Boom. Thank you. So I don't know how many frames that is, if it's like 2 frames, 3 frames, something like that. It's a fairly short window that you need to clip that ledge and then be able to hop off the screen, and it'll put you right in here. Which leads us to our next trick. Guys, this is why this run is so fun for me, I think, right? Is because, like, you do something really dope like that, and all of a sudden you're like, now I gotta do something else that's really cool. So you can get quick kills on bosses in this game. And I think the way that it works... Yo, this game makes me... Yeah. Gamer expectations, oh, whatever. So, if you can hit... Oh, dang it. So yeah, Death's body does a ton of damage on you. But you want to, like, drag him down here. There you go. And if you hit Death in the, like, the tippy toe, when his foot is in the ground with a holy water, it'll instantly kill him. So you can do this instant kill trick on both Death and on Dracula, right? But it's like, you just want to, like, guide him over, get him to come down a bit. Boom! First one! That's sick. And that gives us the golden dagger, which is, it's a dagger, and you can see this one, it uses your hearts. So it takes 2 hearts to use You don't. So you don't need to kill death, right? Like, if you wanted to, and if you're a brave soul, you can literally just do this. And then get the oak stake, grab the body part, and leave, right? But yes, this dagger is, and this is one of the points in one of the things that I haven't done with this run, is you can use that dagger as a, like, because it hits someone, and then it takes a lot of time for it to, yeah. Right, it'll like embed itself in the enemy and like stun lock them basically. Fucking A. So right, switch to the golden knife. I'll show you what it looks like on these guys. Oh, they die instantly, right? But that flame will continuously hit them, so you can like stun lock enemies and then like navigate through them. So it is a good like traversal tool, so long as you have the hearts to do it. So my problem right now is like this is gonna make some kills on other enemies significantly easier, especially the Carmilla, which is the other boss in the game, and then I will try to get the quick kill on Dracula. But yeah, the dagger is definitely, it's one of those things. It's a nice to have. It's probably the beginner thing to do. And let's be real, like we're at the beginner phase of learning this run, so I'm happy to take that. Dang it. And then once again, there are some decisions to be made. So ideally, you want to have enough hearts that you can buy another oak stake here, since you have to go up and pass them anyways. Now, I unfortunately right, I didn't actually collect it, that's why. We got it. Yeah. And then, of course, Death comes back because, you know, he's eternal. So yeah, once again, right, another kind of juncture in our routing options here where it's like, there is another opportunity to get the extra oak stake that you need. Fuck off. But I think it's ideal to get it here, since you do have to go past them. The only problem is, where do you grind? And here is honestly where you do it. If you have to, just grind to 50. But then, for the beginner route, you also want to get to 170 before you leave this castle, right? Which means that's a fuck ton of grinding you have to do. Right. come on, man. Yes, I mean, that is it, is the grind, honestly. So I was doing the very first lizard grind for when you start the game, and it was extremely therapeutic. Like, there's a very relaxing rhythm to it, right? And it's good. They are. It's always nice to have an opportunity in a run, especially in a run that's going to be at least 30 minutes long. Like, what, the world record's like 29 something in this game. So like what? I'm going to be doing at least a 45-minute run here. So having that minute or two where you can just be like, okay, I got some time. I can think about what I'm doing. You know, especially early on when you're just kind of learning the run, to be able to have a moment's breather to say, oh, okay. It's, that's what I need to do, right? Like, keeping your route in mind before you've completely internalized it. All right. Next trick. Jump, 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 jump. So instead of having to go up that giant-ass staircase to the right, what you need to do is keep jumping to prevent the camera from scrolling, and then when... See, I'm gonna get stuck here. When that top row that the night is on, when that's about halfway into the screen... Oops. Right? When that's about halfway scrolled onto the screen is when you want to be, like, jumping to jump up to the left. And it gets you stuck in the wall. But if you keep jumping, you can get out of it, right? So that's... Jesus. So that's that spot. So this is the other place where you can grind. So they want you to get, the beginner run wants you to get to 170. So you can buy the Morning Star, which is, I believe, 200. So the idea is you get 170 in this mansion, and then by the time you get to the Morning Star, you will have the remaining 30. So if you get stuck, is it a soft lock? Yes, absolutely. If you get stuck in there, there's no way out, because all of those blocks are technically unbreakable. It's only because you're jumping through them when they're only half formed that you can kind of sneak your way through. And then if you let it scroll too far, you're just locked in there. So this is what I have found. Obviously, there are going to be faster spots to grind than this. But these demons only take 2 hits, and they give you a full heart. And this is pretty safe. So scrolling halfway under that little block, right? Hey, we got the level up. Halfway under, they spawn. If you do a straight vertical jump, you can catch them if they're jumping. And if not, you usually have enough time, to 1-2 them. Then you collect, respawn, jump, 1-2. Collect, respawn. And so, like I said, if they jump, then you catch them in the air and you hit them on the ground. So this is like a safe, reliable, but relatively slow spot to do it. Yeah, and if you late whip, you can usually catch them whether they're jumping or just walking forward. But yeah, this is definitely, right? If, like, So I think my problem is that I'm game overing between the last mansion and this mansion, so I lose all of the hearts that I had from doing the traversal. I think if that wasn't the case, I'd have, at the very least, I'd have enough to get the 2 oak stakes without having to do the grind down below. Or I'd be able to forego the 2 oak stakes in this mansion, do it in the next one, and get the 170 to guarantee the Morning Star. So, right, this is kind of where I'm at in my routing for the run, where I'm just like, I don't know what the best option is. Do I go for safety and ease of use to get used to it and just to get through some runs? Or do I go for the more optimal and take more time planning and practicing? All right, 174. I am save stating. And we can finally exit this mansion. Oh, I need to reset, don't I? Because we have one last floor drop. Jump. Jump, jump. I think that's all it is. Ah. And, I missed it. There we go. Okay. That has taken us basically halfway through the game, right? So we have gone through, we got our items, we did Rover Mansion, we did Berkeley Mansion, that was Brahms Mansion, we killed Death, we have our Golden Dagger, and now we have to make our way to the, the last three mansions. So there's Larabu Mansion, there's Bodley Mansion, and then there's Castlevania itself. So Larabu Mansion has Camilla, which is the other boss fight in the game. And we're going to get to that next. We got to do some traveling. Like I said, this is where the runs diverge between glitched and glorchless. The lack of glorch makes you go the long way around, and the inclusion of glorch makes you go to the blob. And you have to have one of those little slimes do a damage boost to get you over a wall. So that is not the path we're going down today. We will go down the longer any % path just to get through the entirety of the game and kind of do the beginner's run, right? But I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break, my friends. I need to grab myself a drink. And yeah, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. We have definitely no signal a while ago. Yeah, I'm going to be right back, friends. Stay chill. We're going to be doing more Castlevania in just a minute. I need a new battery. Exactly. Be right back, friends. Take a little stretch break. Grab yourselves a drink. That's right. The double cross-up.
That is really funny.
The newest goose.
I want to be the goose.
Yeah.
Oh
my.
Mix-ups, cross-ups, and...
I will... These size swap dash... Oh my god, and it ground bounces? Holy
okay,
shit.
clip that, somebody. Got it. Wow.
Oh god.
It had to burst. The
Yep,
duck...
don't...
Oh! The goose had to burst. Oh my lord. It's true. Underboob versus beard. Ooh, first hit of the super hits, but nothing else. And this is Ares combo going to the corner. We've seen this movie before, except this one dropped a little early for a reset in the middle.
Yep, now sitting on assist and 4-bar and burst. Oh man. Yeah, yellow can't do anything, at least for a little bit. I don't think they're going to be able...
Yep, assist into the super.
Burst into another one.
No,
drops it a little bit.
There it is, golden axe.
Enough to throw? Sweet. Even better. Did they remove the juggle on counter hit NA? Oh, right, yeah, it's completely reverted, isn't it? Oh, yo, that's pretty sick. Okay, I forgot about that. That's... Wait, so are blowbacks super cancelable then? You didn't. You did. You didn't let us do that. That is so dope, dude. This is... Oh. Oh, come on. I want my super out. Look at my beautiful.
Oh, damn.
Alright, how we do it, right? We play 50 matches and the last... Perfect! Oh, am I too far? I'm not too far. Buddy, I think that grabs no matter where they are. Yes. Yo, I am hyped. I don't care. Yo, she can beat the shit out of me. This is fucking amazing. Oh, I did not mean to spend all that meter, but there we go. Thank you. It was worth it.
Second conflict.
Yo, she kind of does have like a bit of fight of gods. She actually reminds me of Angelique from Merfight. Okay, you know what? Security level cheater. Hello, what is up, my friends? We are back. We are chilling on a Friday. Yo, it is the afternoon now. It is officially the afternoon. Yo, friends, how you doing? Enjoying some Castlevania? Enjoying some Glort speedrunning? I certainly hope so. I know I am. I appreciate y'all coming through for this. This is fun. So yeah, I don't know. For me, I love this game. This is, I am totally the guy that you grew up with who was like, Mario 2, Zelda 2, and Castlevania 2 are the better games. No one believed me. I think Simon's Quest is finally getting its flowers. Which makes me happy. Alright, so like I said, we are probably halfway through the game at this point, which I would wager is about twice as far as most people made it into this game growing up. I'd be curious, like, how far did y'all actually make it? Like, I made it to the end. Don't get me wrong, I beat this game growing up. It was a mission, but it was done. But like, I think most people that I know gave up on Simon's Quest maybe after the first mansion. I think they might have figured out the first mansion, and then most of them were like, I don't know, no, not doing this. Yo, Punk, you probably would like Zelda 2 more than Zelda 1, to be perfectly honest. I think it is way more in your, like, action platformer genre. See, first mansion, you didn't even figure out how to do the visible platform. See, this is it. Like, I probably ended up exploring so much of the map of Castlevania 2 before even getting through that. Because, yeah, I didn't understand it. But eventually, I did get it just by virtue of, like, I remember doing stuff and then being like, all right, how the fuck do I do this? Right? You get a couple items and you're like, what do they do? I don't know. What is a crystal? And you go back and then all of a sudden something's different, right? And I think it was platforming through one of the underground areas and you saw the little like moving platforms above, and that cued me to be like, I need to go check all the other places I know, right? Where I couldn't get through, where it was like an impossible gap. And then I think I did eventually need the forums, like a GameFAQs forum or one of the websites, like one of the communities I was in, to be like, you need to do the kneeling in order to get across, right? Or like in order to reveal the path. Like there was definitely some of that where I'm like, I think that was well known enough that, yeah, it made its way into the conversation. But for real, man, yeah, I think you should try Zelda 2. I think you'd really dig it. It is also really fun, really challenging. Like, honestly, it feels like Simon's Quest in some ways, like the 2D combat stuff. Okay. So, next step. We need to... There we go. We've unequipped the heart. Right? And so now we need the ferryman to take us to another location. There are two trips. There are two routes down this little river. So if you have Dracula's heart, it takes you to the one place. If you don't, it takes you here. And here, we'd like to trade up from the blue crystal to a red crystal. All right. And we keep going left. Yo, dude, I love the any percent glitchless like visual guide that I'm following, which is on speedrun.com. If you go into the guides. Dang it. It's in there, and this is a absolutely amazing Hang on a second. No, we got the eye. Okay, no, we're good, we're good. But yes, like I was saying, so this guide, I love the way it's worded. Like, it's so simple. Like, right? You get to a mansion and it's like, buy the oak stake from the vendor for 50 hearts, use the stake on the orb to collect Dracula's eye, grind for at least 170 hearts, leave, right? Exit Brahms, go right, and then go a lot of left. And it's like, sometimes they're just like that. Leave a mansion, go a lot of left, right? And it's like, yeah, that's all you really need to do. If you just go a lot of the oh, I need... I need those hearts, though. Okay, so I can't die. Yo, Ryudo, what's going on? Thank you, thank you. Yes, we are doing a... this is more of a speed walk right here. Stupid, completely RNG slimes. Working and chilling. Yeah, yes, thank you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Okay, where are we going here? We need to go up and we need to get our morning star. So, oh shit. So we need 200 hearts, right? So they expect you to get the 30 on this final walk to this town. I was just shy. There we go. Yeah, right to the important stuff. Wait a second. Did I go to the wrong spot? I went to the wrong spot. So as you can tell, this is not the section of the run that I've done a lot of. I've done a lot of practicing in the first half. Just like trying to figure out how floor drops work, trying to figure out, you know, good grind spots. Oh, I can probably get through there, because this is the right spot. Into Ondol, yeah. I'm just checking out my, Morning Star? Buy one? Let's go. So yes, I'm fairly sure this is just skipped entirely in the proper any percent run, like in the world record run. So you can avoid going all the way through these towns. This should work. No. Come on, really? Floor drop, please. Oh, okay. Cool. This is a good opportunity. I will game over, so I have a couple of lives, and I'm not risking losing hearts anywhere near as much. Okay. I hate those jumps. Boy, do I hate those jumps. Okay, we got our red crystal. Wait for the tornado taxi. But this is 100%. This is a thing I wager most people who played this game growing up did not experience. Yeah, you need to be right at the left edge of those, and you only catch the right edge. Oh, frick! Things I haven't internalized yet. Seriously, man, they like jump scare you. Okay, yeah, they jump scare you with those things. It's ridiculous. Okay, so here we get the Flame Whip upgrade. Oops. Talk to this creepy little dude. Give your Morning Star power to burn away evil. Whasham! Whoops. So, right, this guy was 4 hits, right? So it literally doubles our strength. Couple damage boosts. Woo! Okay, these jumps aren't anywhere near as bad. Okay, so, and if I'm not mistaken here, so we're gonna need to buy 2 oak stakes, one on the way into this, like, into this mansion, and one on the way out of this mansion, so that we don't have to make the stop in the final one. Whoops. But we also need to make it across here. I'm not gonna make this. Fuck! I hate that. And this is why we reset. Right? Because we're gonna need the hearts. Steaks and oat. Steaks and oats seems kind of weird, I gotta admit. Tons of fiber. Oh, that does lead me there. Sweet. Then we keep going. I am just about dead, and I definitely... Where the heck am I going? Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, because I need those. God dang it. Imagine needing a guide to play a game. Hey, I needed you as my guide to play Dark Souls. No, I don't go up. Okay, this is good. I need to internalize this part of the run way more. Okay. Oh, fuck. How many are you gonna take? God. So yeah, I'm gonna need to learn the floor drop route through here, because you need to floor drop through to here. Oh, wait, do I need... Ah, okay, okay. Over here for our oak steak first. See, yeah. So, my hearts, I have enough hearts. Oh, shit. Okay, that's good. Oh, dang. All right. Guy. Yeah, so, yeah, I have enough hearts to do this, but I am so close to a game over. And that, ooh, that bone can really do you in. You can really get boned there. Okay, right? Fall, reset your position, fall whip, jump whip. Is that not it? You're funny, but see, y'all, you know what I'm about. Because, yeah, I would be happy getting, honestly, just one of those floor... Fucking human. You're killing me, Joe! Oh! See, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I need to just be... If I can get on the edge... And then I need to hop early. Oh, shoot. Wow. Okay. I'll take that. All right. So, we have our oak steak. So this is Camilla. This is the other boss. Oh, whoops. Which is easy enough, right? And this is one of the reasons why you get the golden dagger, right? Because the alternative here is you want to whip them. But look, they can... just drop the teardrops, man. And this, I believe, is RNG. How many times you get those fireballs? I believe that is one of the pure RNG points, right? So the recommendation is that you try to get, yeah, before... Whoops. Right? So before they get to the top and have a chance to go into their RNG, that you just hit them like that. Back to our oak steak. And here is our climb back. So yeah. God, this is so... This is so freaking dangerous. Ah! Oh, missed it. Also, it is slowly dawning on me. I think I'm missing... Shit. Remember earlier on in the stream when I went to a different save state? I don't think I have one of Dracula's body parts. Right, no, it is. It's almost like the game is telling you, don't do that. And we are just ignoring it. Yes, with my pitiful single pip of health. But no, I should have Dracula's rib right now, and I don't. Which makes me very sad. Ah ha ha! And I didn't save state. Yeah, well, no, that's exactly it, right? It's all practice. That's why I didn't even think about it, because I've just been swapping between save states and stuff. But it is like, yeah, good. GG brain, GG. Oh, fuck. If I go all the way, yes. I think this is... yeah, this would be the grind. Yo, the Dracula's McRib, unfortunately, that is only as a limited time offer. Ah, come on! What do I got? 36 hearts. Yep. And I think this is why they don't want you doing the grind here. Yeah, come back over here, my dude. All right. Whoops. Yo, what are you doing, sir? Then they want you to go down here. Oh, yeah, so that's probably here would be another floor drop, right? So I believe it's... Oh, fuck. You just want to do your standard... Oh, man. Does the down, up, down not work here? Yeah, it does. Okay. My God, the lag is insane here. It's because you have like the two thrusting soldiers up above you, as well as everything on this level. It's just, it grinds to a halt. All right, and here, come on, we use our laurels. We'll rest on them. And we get out. So now we have buy hook steak from vendor for 50 hearts. We have left. Where's our next step? Yes, all the way back to Bodley. Okay, okay. Oh, whoops. Okay, we're fine. Okay, whip jump to get up here, so you don't have to take the stairs. And we're in Bodley. All right. No, it's through the wall. Oh, frick. Remember to switch off of your laurels. Yeah. So, I mean, I have been going through maybe for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, just like playing, trying to get used to the tricks, trying to get used to the movement and all that stuff, right? And as a result, I've been going through the first like quarter of the run. And like I internalized that first quarter of the run very, very quickly. I got a little bit further and then I'm like, okay, I internalized like the first half of it, really, right? So it's been, it hasn't been too bad, but it does. Like there is, I think it's easy to internalize any individual portion, like to say, I'm gonna do this mansion, or from mansion A to mansion B, I'll do that whole thing, right? From the start of the game to the first mansion. Any given chunk, any given split is really not that bad. But like this is the challenge of speedrunning, right? Is putting all that together in a real-time attempt. You've got, yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces. I think what I'm finding is how much of, right, it's like how much it compounds, right? Like once again, I think this is what I've realized, where I'm like, any one given error is not going to screw any one split, but that error can screw the next split, right? So making sure that I am either taking safe enough strats to make sure that doesn't happen to me, or to make sure that I'm trying to do like a game over reset so I don't lose my hearts, or whatever the case may be, right? There are a couple ways you can kind of, I guess, massage some of that difficulty. Yeah, a rewind button probably would be good. Frick. I'll need the holy water. Damn it. So... Oh, okay, because it's falling. So what's the route through here? Do I have to... Yeah. I think that's what it is, right? Hop up, throw, and then it's like the ledge jump, basically. Damn. That's a pretty small window. Ah, missed it. Fuck. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's where you want the double drop. Let's see if I can do this. So yeah. I don't know where the second whip is, but like in theory, you should be able to double drop through there, right? So of just timing a second whip should let you through. I think I need to get up here anyways. No, fuck, it's not. Yeah, okay, so that does bring you through. Huh. So damn, man. So this is, so we were talking, right? Like this is where the setups for these things become very important, right? Because if I fuck up the double drop, I need to be able to do that. Or it really doesn't save me much time, right? Because the alternative is you just go like this and then walk down. Come on. That's not terrible. All right, and then we're gonna go. We'll go to Castlevania, and I will show you what happens if you don't have all of the items required. Ba-da-la-bum, ba-da-la-bum. Alrighty. Dang it. Ah. And then, the famous Medusa heads. Though they're not the sine wave Medusa heads. Right? That old classic? Not so much. Doodlin'. Whoa. Look at how fast these guys shoot. Ah, come on. Second try. Man, and that's the thing. So, like, my accuracy is, with floor drops, is way better on leverless. That is honestly why I'm doing it this way, as opposed to using an NES pad. I did not, and I've come to realize that I may not be able to because I neglected to go to the right save state as I was progressing. But I will take us to the good old Castlevania. Since once again, I just feel like this is not a place in the game that most people have gotten to, right? You may have never seen this. So here is where we can't get through. If we had all of the items, then we'd be able to make it through here. Unfortunately, I am missing Dracula's rib. But right, if you go through here, you need the his heart, his eye, his nail, his rib, the ring, and the cross in order to be able to actually complete this game. Which, frankly, I think that's another spot that a lot of people kind of were like, how the fuck do I beat this game? Was the fact that, yeah, there are just a couple items that you are not required to collect. Like, you can beat the person who drops them or not. Right? You can collect it or not. And you still need them to get all the way through the game, right? So yeah. This would be where you go into Dracula's castle. Here, I will actually show you folks. Let me do this. Where is my window capture? There is my window capture. Here we go. So for those curious, this here is the guide that I am using. And you can see all the way at the very top, right? This is where we start off. It breaks down exactly how to do the glitchless run, right? This was from, I think, 4 or 5 years ago, so it's fairly up to date in terms of what the route actually is. And yeah, so this is your starting town. You start here, right? And so for us, we do our little floor drop. We do our grind over here, and then we make our way over, right? Collect white crystal, holy water, chain whip, get the blue crystal, right? Do our mansions. And so this is super amazing. And so like I said, it really does a great job of just being like, buy oak stake. That's your arrows in green. That's your path to buy your oak stake. From there, use the stake on the orb to collect Dracula's rib, right? Boom, go down, collect Dracula's rib. And then leave, and then your path to get out, right? So this is an amazing visual guide. It's so much better than going through a freaking video. My lord, like, for real, so much better than going through. And like, I have gone through a video. I've watched the world record runs and stuff like that. But I don't know, just like, this is at a glance, especially as you're practicing, right? Like at a glance, I can just check this and be like, okay, that's where I need to go down, I need to go right. Makes it way easier to follow. So right, we went through our Bodley Mansion, and then of course Castlevania itself. So right, we went through here, brings us down, and so we couldn't get through here, right? This is where we got locked off. So we would be able to get through that bridge and get into Castlevania, which honestly looks super cool. Like, I love the palette here. This is really the big thing in Dracula's castle. So this whole section here, you could do, it's what's known as a quad drop. And so you want to, from the top here in the forest area, you want to do a floor drop and get through here 1, through here 2, through here 3, and through here 4. So you'll drop right down here, having to skip going down the stairs, hop down, walk around, right? The thing is that if you get, there's one of them where it's like, if you get, oh, I think you drop, no, from here, sorry. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4 down into here, the giant area, and you'd be able to fall down and go. So yeah, you look at how much you cut off, right? So you do 1 floor drop here, and then you do another setup in this big area, right here. And then floor dropping off of this 2 height ledge will take you 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to time your whips as you're falling through, and you'll be able to drop right down into here and go to Dracula. So if you get a double, that'll put you 1, 2, which is pretty damn good, and you just do the second half. If you get a triple, it's actually slower, because it makes you climb back up this ladder in order to go over, right? But you want to go for the triple because you need the quad to get down here. It's one of those huge-ass time saves in this game that I think, yeah, not enough. Like, yeah, you don't realize how much of a difference it's going to make until you start doing the math. Right, all these tricks and drops, the task must be beautiful. I have not watched the task since like before COVID. So I'm sure that there have been some updates and some changes since then. But yeah, yo guys, like I don't know, man. I am super enjoying this game. I think it is a great. I was talking about this in one of our chats where I was just like, you know, it's a great mix of just straight like platforming and combat challenges combined with interesting tricks, combined with like resource management, right? Combined with interesting routing. It is, man, yeah, it is so cool to have just all of those elements. And the way they come together in the CV2 speedrun is really fascinating. I don't know, it's just super enjoyable. I feel that there's a lot of opportunity for people to say to themselves, I can do a beginner route, right? Like, I don't need to, like, you look at all the tricks and you're like, yeah, those are amazing. The same thing, I looked at all these floor drops and I'm like, I'm not getting the quad drop. In practice, I have gotten double drops a few dozen times, right? But like, out of what, hundreds of attempts? Like, it is something I think I'm gonna work on. But like, I can start doing a run of this without worrying about that, right? I don't need, even though we didn't explore it today, but there's another, the glitched run uses blob skip and it skips the morning star and the fire upgrade entirely, right? I am kind of leaning towards my first runs using the morning star and the fire whip, just so I can know that I'm gonna complete a run. Sure, it's gonna add 5 minutes to it or something like that, but that's fine. I'm not going to have a super competitive time at the start anyways. So I might as well do something that lets me ease into it. And then as I get better at that, I'm going to get better at the game, which means I'm not going to need the morning star or the fire whip upgrade as much, which means, right? Like, I can start incorporating riskier things. I can start going for the blob skip. I can start doing more floor drops. As I get better at floor drops, I'm going to get better at doubles, and I can get better at the quad, right? So yeah, all of those, like, it's those stepping stones of getting into it. And I think it has been a few years since I've done a speedrun that I've really enjoyed. Like, I did a couple speedruns for shmups and stuff like that. Angel at Dusk was really fun. But, like, not since Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, interestingly enough, another, you know, Vania-style game, that I really, really enjoyed it. And it, too, had a lot of great platforming challenges, a lot of interesting resource management, interesting glitches. I think it was the same thing. Well, yes, and this is it. So Master of Darkness is really fun, and I want to be able to get a run because I love the super glitch-heavy nature of that run. And the fact that no one else has actually submitted it, it would be fun to do a run that basically forces a category split because of how significant the difference is between glitched and, or like, whatever, death glitch and, or death warp and not death warp, right? So yes, not to forget Masters of Darkness. I am enjoying that. But that run is punishing. It is one trick several times, and if you don't get it, your run's dead. And there are some levels which are very, very punishing because you have to die while collecting a health potion to end the level. It means that you need this perfect, like, damage progression of taking damage and damage boosting, and it means you're always teetering on that edge, right? So yeah, super brutal, especially in the later levels, and it was just that grind because it was very one note, right? It's like if you're damage boosting, and there's like, yeah, there's some interesting ways to damage boost, but it's a shame, right? It's like, I think this is why it's what people think of when they think of like glitched runs as being not real speedruns, where they're like, it's not legitimate, right? And I think in part it's because it strips away so much of what the rest of the game is about. What I really love about Simon's Quest is that it doesn't, right? Like, adding floor drops does not take away from your need to do heart management. Adding even the wrong warps do not take away from the puzzling challenges, right? Mega Man 2 does a great job, is really fascinating for the same reason. There's a lot of zips that are kind of wild, but you still got to beat the bosses, you still got to do your platforming, and then there's the added layer of that other stuff, right? Master of Darkness is, I think, it's interesting, but it is that interest in lieu of what the rest of the game is doing, which I can see why people are like, nah, I don't know about that. For me, I think it's kind of dope, but oh man, but it's a fucking brutal run. Kind of masochism right up your honestly. Well, and this is it. I think you should do it. That's what we need to do. See, Mohast and I will do a Castlevania 2 speedrun race, and then you and I will do a Masters of Darkness speedrun race. And we'll push each other, because sometimes that's what you need, right? After Goonies 2, totes cool. That's fair. That's fair. I usually go through phases with my speedruns where I'm like, I'll get obsessed with something, I'll hit a milestone, and then it'll taper off and I'll pick up something else. That was the problem, is last time I just didn't pick up something else. I just couldn't find anything that really, I don't know, really spoke to me in that way. I love that you two are going back and forth with Ernest Evans. That's so cool. Happy to contribute. I know, speedrunning culture is really cool. It really is. I mean, I don't know. I was always one of those kids who was all about the time trials. I was all about just doing that in general, trying to beat the game fast as possible, right? Like, the core of, even though I wasn't speedrunning, like, I wasn't timing anything, I wasn't, right? Like, I wasn't thinking necessarily in that way of, like, I'm routing. Obviously, I did. It's like, what is the fastest way from point A to point B? But I don't think I was thinking about it in explicitly those terms. But, like, thinking back on it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I was speedrunning as a kid. Poorly, but I was doing it. And it's fascinating, man. It's like the exchange of tips and tricks, the way you can learn tools from one game to a next, right? Like, I have definitely found tricks in games in part because I understood tricks from other games. Like, me knowing how to do zips in Mega Man 2 led me to finding zips in Mighty Gunvolt, right? They're not exactly the same, but there are some principles at play that if you know what those principles are, you can kind of start teasing out areas where you might be able to do. And the thing is, I didn't know that I was going to get a zip in Mighty Gunvolt, but I did have a feeling that there was something wonky with ladders and screen transitions, and definitely, like, Mega Man 2 Game Boy has some stuff with that, where doing something on a ladder during a screen transition, or just during a screen transition, but oftentimes with the use of a ladder, you can do some fun zips. So, like, yeah, I don't know. There's a whole process there that's really fascinating. It's like the extended language of video games, right? It's like speedrunning is a particular dialect that you can learn, and it's fun. Yo, Red Tom's Punch-Out page is what got you into speedrun. That is good. Well, yo, we have a speedrunner here in the city known as D-Tysonator. So y'all might have heard of D-Tysonator as a Punch-Out speedrunner, and they were one of the early blindfolded Punch-Out speedrunners. They contributed a ton to the Summoning Salt's Punch-Out world record videos. D-Tysonator is so cool. He's such a good guy. He's so nice. Oh my lord. He's such a just a genuine dude. Yeah, first one to beat Tyson blindfolded. There you go. So that is for as long as I've known them, and I've known them since like 2008. They have been doing that, and they were already known as the blindfolded Punch-Out guy in the gaming circles around here. So, yeah, they've been at it for a long time. We got some really, really good speedrunners in Toronto, actually. Dude, I mean, maybe it's just a big city kind of thing where you're just more likely to have the people. But, yeah, like, one of the best, X-Men versus Street Fighter players in the world is in the GTA. Some of the best speedrunners for their respective games are in the GTA. Interesting. Something's in the water. All right, my friends. Yo, this was a lovely morning. Thank you everyone for joining me and learning some Castlevania 2. I am gonna keep at it, and I think I don't know. I think there's a practice ROM for CV2, which might be worth setting up just so I can get some more explicit practice in some of these tricks in some of these areas. But this is nice. I have now done. I mean, okay, I didn't get through it, but I've now made it to Castlevania. I don't know, 4 or 5 times. I've run through the game a handful of times just to get my bearings, and now I've just kind of been piecing together some of the more difficult bits. So now I think I need to do a proper routing of what is a reliable set of tricks to do that I can reasonably string together while not ending up in one of those positions where you're kind of like shit canned and you're like, I gotta spend 8 minutes grinding now, right? Like, I don't want to have that be the downfall. But so yeah, just a reliable, if not the fastest, just a consistent route, and then start doing some full runs. And I think, yeah, maybe I will. I'll get this game over on the CRT, and we'll do some chill CRT gaming with Simon's Quest. I think that's a good idea. Yo, all right, friends. Once you get it all pieced together, you should submit that on that setup. That would be fun. That would be fun. I might even have to get out my old DV camera. We'll do like a 480i handy cam recording of my run, and that's what I'll submit. Bring back some of the nostalgia, right? Yeah, like I said, everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna take a quick look to see. I'm just trying to, yeah, like I was saying, trying to see if there's anyone to raid. Is anybody playing Castlevania? Apparently not. Hey, there we go. The extra credits folks are off playing some Elden Ring. Let us raid on over to them, friends. Yo, I appreciate y'all for swinging through. Be kind to yourselves, everyone. Be kind to each other. And stay safe out there, friends. I'll be back a little later on this week. We'll do some more Castlevania. But until then, man, take it easy. Hope you have a lovely day, everyone. I'll catch you later.
Raiders, welcome on in. Hello, hi, welcome to Extra Credits. My name's Will. Happy to have you here. Today we're playing some Elden Ring. It's my first ever playthrough, so no spoilies, please and thanks. We're working on Moog the Omen, who I'm not a huge fan of, but we're gonna get there. We're pretty close, I think. I just need to have a good run where I stop having bad impulses. But other than that, we're pretty close. We've been playing this for a while now, and I hope you pull up a seat and enjoy the show. Yep, infinite follow-up is infinite.
We always enjoy a show.